Jack Squad, what's going on? Howdy do? What's happening? Y'all come on up in here so we can chit chat. We can chit chat a while. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. This Diddy trial, I'm calling this the trial of the century. It is. It's the trial of the century. It's the trial of the century. That's what it is, period. And I know he's sitting in here. Just imagine you've been having a good time all your life, and then boom, you locked up, can't move, can't go nowhere, ain't gonna go nowhere. The realization has set in that I ain't never leaving here. Woo! Child, I couldn't even imagine. Let me change this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. Why is not? All right, y'all. Come need some folks to come on in here. Nick. Hey. What's going on, Nick? Nick, my number one stutter. I don't care what's going on. Nick, you the type of person somebody need in their life. For real. Yeah. We're going to discuss the Diddy trial today. Hey, T. Hey, Amir, my family. Hey, y'all. Y'all just make me happy. Y'all make me happy. Keep telling y'all, I told my therapist, thanks, but no thanks. Jack Squad is my therapist. I done cried with y'all, I done laughed with y'all, I done chitty-chatted with y'all. Y'all is my people. Child, we're going to talk about, before we talk about the Diddy trial, you know, my pastor used to have a saying, when one rise, we all rise. Now, true, some people just keep stuff to themselves, but Byron Allen, now I knew him as a comedian, right? And then he had a talk show. I didn't know until a few years ago that he was an ultra rich guy, right? Byron Allen is a media mogul. He reached a settlement for $10 billion or close to it. The details have not been disclosed, right? In a racial discrimination lawsuit weeks before the trial. They settled with him before the trial. So if he got estimated about to get $10 billion, what would have happened had he went to trial, child? And so let me read everything what they said. So the discrimination is African-American media outlets had a smaller, less lucrative advertising budget. Let me go back and read it exactly what they said. The reason why. Byron Allen. Okay. Byron Allen lawsuit. And evidently he had a strong case because they chose to settle with him. Okay, here, I want to read the one I was reading earlier. 10 billion. You know, at first when I was reading, I thought it was million. It was billion with a B. Oh my God. So let me read y'all. The lawsuit filed in 2021 by Allen's Entertainment Studios and Weather Group accused the fast food giant of discriminatory advertising practices. Now, when I read this, I was thinking to myself, a lot of black folks have McDonald's franchises. You don't want them to advertise. Is that what it is? I'm not understanding. Allen claimed McDonald's relegated black-owned media outlets to a smaller, less lucrative African-American tier advertising budget rather than allocating general market ad spend, thereby limiting access and equity in commercial partnerships. Now, I don't know what all that meant. I can't put it all together, but they was wrong. Whatever they did, they was wrong. The terms of the settlement remain confidential, but both parties issued statements confirming they have resolved their differences and plan to continue a business relationship. Now, Byron got to be a bad boy, right? I forgot what happened years ago, and I was like, oh, I didn't know he had that much power in Hollywood with the white folks, right? I'm going to sue y'all. Y'all going to pay me, but we still going to get money together. Wow. He stood on business, didn't he? We are pleased that Mr. Allen has come to appreciate McDonald's unwavering commitment to inclusion. Now they unwavering committed, said McDonald's USA in a joint statement, adding that the company looks forward to working with Allen under a mutually beneficial commercial arrangement. Allen, in turn, acknowledged McDonald's ongoing efforts. During the course of this litigation, many of our preconceptions have been clarified, and we acknowledge McDonald's commitment to investing in Black-owned media properties and accessing access to opportunity. While it is not clear whether the resolution includes changes to McDonald's broader advertising practices, the agreement ends what had become a closely watched legal battle in media and corporate diversity circles. Now, explain to me, was this, I don't know. So the people that know, was this had something to do with how franchises advertise, they get a budget for advertising, or something else? Because I'm not sure. That was a lot of legal jargon, and I'm not sure. Hey, Keisha. Yeah, I'm not sure what that meant, but whatever it meant, he won. He won, and he's going to keep making money with him if that ain't a power move to Byron Allen, right? Power move. I forget what it was he did a few years ago. That's when I realized he was ultra rich. I didn't think, I thought he was just a regular comedian, you know what I'm saying? But he's got businesses, and he's been silently getting rich and richer, right? That's what he's been doing. So kudos to him. So now on to the Diddy trial. It's so much going on. It's so much going on. I try to watch the bloggers who are there every day. Let me ask y'all something. Do Tisa Tales live in New York, or do Armand, do they live in New York? Because if not, they're spending a lot of money on room and board and eating, right? It's another lady, another lawyer lady. There's a couple of them lawyer ladies is there, but the light-skinned one, I don't know her name. I should look it up. But let me look it up. But she's there. Let me tell you her name. So these are the people that I watch that are giving me good information. How do I see what I looked at? Okay, here we go. Let me see what her name is. She's a light-skinned lady with curly hair. Curly hair. Now I can't find her, of course. I don't know her name. When I run across it again, I'll tell y'all. But she's there. She gives commentary on it every day. Now I don't know if she's there, but she has all the legal documents and all that stuff. And she's a lawyer, just like the other girl, Pam the Esquire. I don't know Pam Esquire there, but she be having a lot of the legal documents and be explaining as well. But Tisa Tales and Armand are there. Now, do they live in New York, I wonder? Hey, Tabitha. Simone Rigwin, is that her name? Okay. They're there for the trial. So they spending a lot of money to be there, unless they sleep in New Jersey, because New York is expensive, right? But they're there. Kudos to them, because if I had some money, I would be there too, because they can go in there. This is like once in a lifetime. Hopefully, don't know more about black men go down and burn in hell like this dude. But this is the trial of the century. To me, it is. And it's I don't want to call it a stain on black culture, but it kind of is, right? Because this is somebody who we thought was body. And we found out that he was on something else, right? Now, his the girlfriend who was with him up until they arrested him, the one that had been getting what you want to call it, in the freak offs for the $10,000 a month rent he was paying and doing all the stuff he wanted her to do. I think her testimony was all last week, right? Her testimony was all last week, and they say it was very explosive, and that she's extremely jealous of what's her name, Young Miami, right? Is her name Carlisha? Well, I can't think of her name right now. But Young Miami, right? That in itself, and then they're trying to, I don't know if they're trying to discredit what she's saying, or they're trying to discredit the other lady named Bana, or Bana, right? But as far as I'm concerned, Diddy is through. Now, let me tell y'all what I found out today before we go any further. What I found out today is that, and I never knew this. I don't know if this is federally or this is everywhere. Okay, let me read it. So he got an obstruction of justice. Obstruction of justice. When you get an obstruction of justice, now did Diddy have a phone? Am I missing something? Did Diddy have a phone? Did somebody else have a phone? It's so much I can't keep up. I swear I can't. Obstruction of justice crosses out consecutive instead of concurrent. So y'all know when it's concurrent, let's say you got 4 cases and you got 10 years on each. Instead of doing 40 years, you just do the 10 because it's concurrent. When they run it consecutive, that means 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, right? They're saying that he can't get concurrent because of the obstruction of justice charge. Diddy about to sit in there for the rest of his life. You know, even though one was 5 years, one was 10, another one might have been 15, and he could have possibly did 15 and got out. But now he can't do the concurrent. He has to do consecutive. They're saying this is Diddy's worst day. This is day 24 of the trial. They're saying this is his worst day in the trial. Today was the worst day thus far. This was the worst day thus far. I know if I was him and I'm sitting there, they telling me, and I know all the charges I got and what all those sentences carry, right? And they tell me I can't get concurrent. That would make me absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Him and the chief of staff. Yeah, that's KK. That's the KK lady, right? Now, she is not testifying, but she may get some charges. Who corny? Wait, who y'all saying corny? Y'all saying Diddy corny? Hey, Eve, my girl Eve. Girl, is that legal? Okay, girl, is that the girl with the curly hair? Yeah, because she has good info too. Okay, thanks, y'all. She was over from Ready to Love? Really? Did she find love? Wait, Ready to Love, you got to get picked, right? Oh, was she? Okay, well, I listened to her. I can't listen for long periods of time because to get into the legalese of it, and it bores me, right? I listen to her. I listen to Tisa Tales, and I listen to Pam Esquire. Now, Pam Esquire will read a whole document. I can listen to her in bits and pieces too. But it's very interesting. This is how I keep up because I ain't in the courtroom, right? And I can listen to Armand a little bit. So for me, I want to hear, it's another people I watch, Law and Crime or something like that, right? Because they go right to the specifics. Because I'm not mad at nobody, what nobody do. They get great, all of them are great content creators. But when I'm trying to get some knowledge and find out what happened, I don't want a lot of the clowning and making jokes, and Armand do that sometimes. No disrespect to him. I'm just saying I need somebody to give it to me straight, and then explain a little bit, and then go on to the next thing. I can't listen to a whole bunch of stuff because I get distracted. Yeah. Me too. Now the testimony of the mule is tomorrow. It was supposed to be today, but who they have on the stand today, now I forgot that quick. The person with the RICO receipts, I don't know the name, but the person with the RICO receipts was on today, and she carried on. She was engaged to, I got to go back and watch that because I don't remember Rashid, the car guy. Okay. Hey, Just the Facts. Drug distribution does not require a sale. Sharing drugs with friends is direct evidence that a person engaged in the distribution of narcotics. Diddy is guilty of drug distribution. Wow. I saw that. I think I read that before too. Earlier today, I mean. Because they were just the way you explained it, Just the Facts. They said the same thing. See, I wish I could be in that courtroom. You listen to the same three, Anna, yeah, because they're there and they are giving you good information. And I'm shocked at Tisa Tell because usually she do too much, but I'm digging her on this right here. I was trying not to say anyone's name who was on the stand. I've been seeing content creators getting dinged. Oh, okay. The lady with the chart is called Anaya Sankar, paralegal. Okay, so this is the one who has the facts. This lady here. She has the facts. Okay. Well, they said that he was cooked today for sure. If no other day, he was cooked today because she had the RICO receipts. Wow. Woo. I just can't imagine. I'm on the yacht. I'm kicking it. I'm having sex with everybody in the whole wide world. I got all the money, and then I get knocked. And I'm sitting in the jail with the common folk. Woo. Okay. Okay, thank you, Just the Facts. Thank you. Appreciate you. I really wish I could be in New York. Y'all know New York. I love New York. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I ever told you. I used to go all the time when I was in Cleveland. I love New York. It just gets too cold. I could live there. It just gets too cold, just like Cleveland right there on the water. But I love New York. The energy is so high. The energy is so great in New York. Like as soon as you get off the bus, get out the car, whatever, the energy is like boom, right? I love New York. I know he's sick. Ooh. Woo. Jane accounts of financial dependence, drug use, and emotional manipulation underscore the government's effort to prove a pattern of coercion, which is central to the charges. Yeah, but see, I heard that. But two things to be true at the same time. Yeah, she was engaged in it and might have liked it, but yeah, he was coercing her as well, right? Listen. And to think he always overlapped his girls. They've always overlapped. So he always had at least two at a time. And because he had so much money, I'm guessing they was cool with it. Right? It's my second home. I know that's right. I love Manhattan. I haven't really, Harlem. I like Harlem too. I like Harlem because Harlem is so blackity black. Y'all know I'm pro-black, right? It is so blackity black, right? And the food, my favorite restaurant is in Harlem. Sylvia's. I hope it's still good. You know, she passed a few years ago, and I don't know if they changed it. New York is absolutely everything. All I can say is the energy, right? I haven't been everywhere. I just been to Harlem, Manhattan, Times Square, but the energy is everything. I haven't even seen a lot of stuff because I was going there conducting my business, but absolutely love New York. Love the energy. Somebody like me, that fits with me. Then you got Broadway and all the other things to see and everything. When you go to Harlem, like Cleveland couldn't do what they do in Harlem, right? Like it's always people moving. People are at least when I was there, I don't know about at night, but just before dusk and all day, starting at the top of the morning, people are always moving. They all on the streets. They selling this, they selling. You go outside and get anything you want, right? It's always something going on. Like, I love that, right? The restaurants is open. The little corner store, what they call them, bodegas, the corner store, whatever, they open. Like here where I'm at, in Midwest, nowhere, America, stuff closed up at 5, 10 the latest. I think at 10 it shuts down, all the way shut down. Ain't nothing happening, right? I like New York. I love it. Yeah, the food is still good. When the last time you was there? It's still good. Ooh, I love me some Sylvia's. And Sylvia give you your food on a platter, not a plate, a platter. And if you get it to go, they give it to you in a deep pie dish, not the regular pie, the deep one with the lid, the big lid. Oh my God. This food looks good and tastes good. I'm talking picture perfect good. They give you a hunk of cake, and they don't cost that much. They give you a hunk of cake when you get your cake. Like, 'cause I always got to get me some dessert. Child, love me some Sylvia's. Woo! You went in October, cool, because she passed. She passed, and then I was afraid that things would change. Things would change, and I thought maybe, I guess her kids still got it, but I thought maybe somebody told me she sold it. I don't know, or whoever sold it, but that's good. Hey, big boy. We go home a few times a year. Okay. Consent can be given and withdrawn at any time. That is true. Even if someone consented 100 times before, Forcing or coercing them after they say no is illegal. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And a lot of times they got tired. Them girls would get tired. I would get tired of somebody plowing me, peeing on me. Can you say nut on YouTube? Nutting on me, doing all kind of extra body fluids on me. I would be sick of that too from strangers. I would be sick of that too. Yeah, Nick, you got to go. You got to experience New York. New York is an experience. That's an experience. Even if you don't do nothing but walk around Manhattan or walk around. Let me tell y'all something. I can't remember if it was Brooklyn or the Bronx. I want to say it might have been Brooklyn. Me and my sister-in-law was riding, and we was hungry. Stopped at a Popeyes. When I tell y'all this was the best Popeyes I ever had, I ate Popeyes all over everywhere. The best. I can't wait to get to New Orleans and see they Popeyes because that's where it originated from. I can't wait. You do? Thank you, Amir. So, Diddy, he's done. They saying he's done no matter what happens. Now, they did get rid of a juror. And what's the word they kept using? Condor. They kept using the word. What's the word they kept using just for facts? What's the word they kept using? Just the facts. They kept using this word. Yes, he is. Amir is the best. Amir from Cleveland, T. They kept using the word, and they couldn't believe him. They couldn't believe what he was saying. Now, he just happened to be a black man. And so when you lose a juror, you don't go pick you another one, just who's ever up next in the jury pool. Ain't that something? Candor. Thank you. Candor. That's it. Candor. I said kudo, whatever I said, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Love y'all. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of this is very overwhelming to me. And I stayed away from it for a minute because to me, I don't know the man. I don't know him. But I done seen a lot of black men foolishly go to the penitentiary. Foolishly. When all they had to do was stop. They had a choice. All they had to do was stop or don't do it. Or, they had choices, right? One of my son's friends, he's been his friend since he was a little boy, right? He called me mom. Matter of fact, my oldest son, 3 or 4 of his closest friends that he had since childhood, they all in the penitentiary, right? This one getting ready to do 20 years. He 40-something. That's damn near death sentence, right? I've seen that a lot, right? Like I told y'all before, I had 3 friends. They went younger. My one friend that I grew up with, he did 27 years. All 3 of these guys I'm telling you about, they got out during the pandemic, right? One did 27, 2 of them did 20, right? And the one guy that did the 27, he was innocent. The innocence people got him out. He sat in there 27 years and he was innocent for unalivement that he did not do. But my other friends, they could have stopped what they were doing, right? They made choices. So I see black men go to jail, go to prison, foolishly a lot, right? And all that could have been avoided. You have money. The trafficking of the drugs, the trafficking of the women, I don't know if they proved that yet. We all know what we know or think what we think, right? Why you had to do that? Why did you have to do that? And so since it's about the drugs too, KK, because she was assisting the ladies mule the drugs. When she's not testifying, is she gonna get prosecuted? And I heard today that his mama, Janice Combs, is being sued by somebody. She being sued too. Now she 80-something years old, child. And also, y'all, I heard today, I think it was from Tisa Tales, that the kids ain't gonna have no money when it's all said and done. Ain't gonna be no money. Ain't y'all, somebody refresh me that watched it. Ain't gonna be no money for them. Right? They're gonna have to make it on their own. Ain't that something? They're gonna have to make it on their own. Imagine you done had a privileged life. You was born in a privilege. And now you ain't got nothing. They don't know how to hustle. They don't know how to struggle. They don't know how to do nothing. The friends, the security guard, everyone, no one should get, yeah. Well, they have to give the immunity in order to get the facts to certain people. They have to give them the immunity to get the facts, right? So somebody would talk. But I don't know why. They say the lady KK, right-hand man, right? She was always with him. Always with him. That's what they were saying today. So when he was crying and filming, she was right behind him somewhere. They say she was always with him, right? I ain't gonna be that loyal to nobody if I got an opportunity, because she gonna end up going to jail like Einstein. What was his name? Einstein. What was the guy name that his right-hand lady went to jail and he supposedly unalived himself? I ain't gonna be that loyal where I'm gonna go to the penitentiary. We gonna no. They tell me to talk, I'm talking. I'm gonna have to tell it to you, bro. I gotta go. I want to be out here. I ain't gonna have no blind loyalty like that. No. The kids will have, but they're saying there was money in the trust fund, but they don't believe that it was that much in it because he was so selfish. I hope they get some money because they ain't gonna know what to do. Jeffrey Epstein, yeah. His girl, his right-hand man went to prison. Those who get immunity are already guilty. They just get away with their part. Because listen, at some point, I got a lot of friends that do a lot of stuff, right? I done did a lot of stuff. But at some point, you're going to be like, no, I ain't with that. You wrong, bro. You know, like what? Like what I really want to know is what is Little Kim and what was Lil' Kim and Mary and them close, Faith and them girls that was close to him all these years? What was they thinking if they observed these things, and what are their thoughts now? I'd like to know that. I believe them kids will be okay. He loved his kids, so he put some stuff away. Yeah. No one is guilty unless proven guilty, and according people get immunity to avoid incriminating themselves. It does not mean they are guilty. Yeah, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for his mother. His mother about 80-something years old. Now she gonna get sued. Did they put some money away for mama? Because mama is getting sued. And then the way they were explaining it, like they not only suing him, they're suing his companies or something like that. I was hearing them say, like, sometimes it get too much legalese for me and it overbogs my head. But the way they setting it up, like, I know how the feds operate, y'all. They straight up no chaser, right? And I'm sure they have all their ducks in a row. Because for one, the feds don't come to you unless they got all their ducks in a row. They don't even bother you till all the ducks in a row. So while you doing things and thinking you're getting away with it, you're not. They just getting their ducks in a row, right? I'm scared of the feds, quite frankly. I had one little episode with them. I'm scared of them people. I'm scared of them folks. I swear to God, I'm scared of them folks. And then, like I said, when I was on my little vacation, it was whole families in there under that RICO. Whole families, mama, grandmama, granddaddy, the brothers, the cousins, all whole families, right? And they stay a long time. So therefore, who's watching the kids, right? The kids go in the system a lot of times when whole families is charged. Matter of fact, I was in there with a couple families, right? And the men were down the road at another federal facility, right? And I remember one time it just shocked me. I was so shocked. And I'm a street girl. I'm thinking I'm used to seeing stuff. But this here shocked me when I went away. And the girl said, one of my friends, she was like, Grandma coming. I was like, oh, your grandma coming to visit, huh? That's nice, right? She was like, Grandma coming. So she kept saying, well, when Grandma coming, right? She said, well, Grandma, they got to make space for Grandma because she can't climb the steps. Now, the whole family, it was some drug charges, right? The whole family was in there. Her mama and grandmama was all in my cottage. Her mama and her grandmama, and her brothers and uncles and all them was down the road. Grandma probably wasn't serving nobody. Grandma just probably grandma's house, and she was sitting in there. People was going in and out, back and forth, and she probably didn't pay no attention or couldn't control it. And grandma sitting in the feds. Shame on yourself. Shame on you, right? Grandma's was in there. Drug distribution, extortion, bribery. That it is. I'm telling you, I was in there with another family. This dude was famous. He just got out and died from did he have a heart attack or something? I can't think his name right now. Boy from DC. What's the boy name from DC, T? His whole family was in there. They let his mama out, and they say he snitched, but he did that so his mama could get out. I was in there with his mom and all his sisters. Can't think his name. I'm looking right at his face. Can't think his name right now. I was in there with his mama now and his sisters. Yeah, generational. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, generational. And let me tell y'all the saddest thing. Them kids, I feel sorry for them kids the most. When people would have visits, like I wasn't there that long, and I told my sister, don't bring my kids. I don't, I'll see y'all when I'm looking at you. But the saddest all over now, I mean, just mind you, women are emotional. The saddest day was visiting day. Because everybody come back, they sad, they in tears, you got to console them, they in the bed, they in a fetal position, because somebody done brought their kids, and you got to say bye to your kids. Horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. So, I feel sorry for his kids, and I feel sorry for his mama, because his mama had been dependent on him. They all have been dependent on him their whole life, right? And now he's gone. So you financially, emotionally, mentally, that's a lot, y'all. But he had a choice, and he made bad decisions and bad choices, And now he's sitting up in there, and ain't really got no support. Now Kanye took his crazy self up in there, marched up in there. But he don't really. I don't know if he do or not, but they ain't coming to court. Ain't nobody. They staying away from that. They not coming to court. Like the mule. See, all this is just so compounded, right? Like you got to treat people right. And when I think back and look over the years and the things that he did, and we just ignored it, like, oh, that's how Diddy is. Like when he made them people from marching the band or making the band walk all that way for the cheesecake. That was wrong. He never paid his, with the exception of who, maybe Lil' Kim and Mary, he never paid his people right. And I still believe, I don't know if Mary's still with him on his label or whatever, but she out here working too hard. Her and Lil' Kim, right? The people that was associated, the artists that were associated with him, they didn't never get done properly. And then a lot of them you would never hear from again, like 112. Making the band, Day 26. They never could move forward in their career after fooling with Diddy. Not singing, not performing, all that's wrong. You have to pay for that stuff. That's karma. That's called karma. You have to pay for that. You can't treat people wrong and think good stuff gonna happen to you. And people need to understand that whether you believe in God or not, spirituality is real. Whatever you put out in the universe, let's say you don't believe in no God and none of that. Buddha and nobody, Jehovah, but whatever you put out in the universe, it come back to you, good or bad. He when you are facing like the last person you needed your character witness is Kanye wants attention. Kanye, we know something wrong with Kanye. I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't believe Diddy told him to come. I think he just went. Because Kanye like a cause, and he likes attention, and he likes to be seen. He likes to be the different. He likes to be the opposite of what everybody else is. Y'all know that's how Kanye is. I don't believe Diddy, because Diddy probably got better sense to say, Kanye, come on down here and support me. Maybe not though. Like you say, when you face in life, what you say? You give Tabitha say, I give Cassie's husband 5 years. The countdown began on payday. You don't think he gonna stay with her? She got 3 kids by him. Then she just had a baby the other day or something. Wait, I missed something. I'm waiting for Cassie's husband. Okay, just the facts say, I'm waiting for Cassie's husband to divorce her and take half the money. At that point, I believe the story will come full circle. This is a very cold game. I hope he don't do that to her. See, you know what I never understood, speaking of Cassie's husband? So he was the trainer, right? He know all the things that was being, or some of the things, and I'm sure when they got together, she told him all the things that had been done to her. Is he a white guy? Because I find it, a lot of men, if you've been that damaged, don't fool with you, right? And you done had all the men sexually and did all the things, but he might be a white guy, so black, they're different. Y'all think he gonna divorce her, huh? I always cry when I left visiting my brother in the Feds. Yeah, I'm telling you, Listen, I watched them ladies. It would be a cycle, right? And so they happy because they go see their family. And when they come out, it's like a dark cloud, which is understandable, right? It's a dark cloud, and they sad, and they crying, and then a lot of them are gay, so then they cling on to that person like it was something, child. Psychologically, it was something. You think Cassie told her she was smashing Diddy when she FaceTimed her and she didn't answer? Kanye showed it because Jane Doe was probably at his freak off. You think? Rayful Edmond, that's his name. Rayful Edmond. Yeah, I was in there with his mama. And the mama, y'all, they say mama was the gangster and she turned him on, and I believe it. Now, when you saw mama looked like a little old lady. She just looked like a little old lady, right? And they were Muslim, so they ate different from us. The Muslim people ate later or something. They ate different. Matter of fact, not all the time, but when it was Ramadan, right? And so they was all Ramadan. And I heard the mama talk one time because, different cottages went at different times. We don't all go at the same time. Well, this particular time, I could see her, but this particular time, I was waiting together. And I heard his mama talking. And I was like, oh, she bought it for real, right? She was talking straight street gangster, right? Now, she looked like a little old lady. This is a little old lady, but no. And once I got out and found out who he really was, because, everybody there knew who they was. I didn't know because I'm from Cleveland, but a lot of people from D.C. was there. And, to talk about how everything was there with them, with that family, right? And then after I got home and looked into it, and then I've been hearing it through the years, and reading up on it. And after listening to her, and then I started watching her after that, I was like, oh, yeah, she the one. She was definitely the one, right? Yeah, he got out. He did all that time, T, and got out. He didn't last 6 months. What did he have, a heart attack or a stroke? He didn't have a stroke. I think he had a heart attack. Right there he wasn't even out, was it 3 months? He was in the halfway house. He passed in the halfway house. Yeah. That's his name, Rayful Edmond. I think she told her husband. I think she did. Oh, you don't think she told him the full story? Well, it's out now. So if I was Cassie, maybe I didn't tell him all the things, right? But I'm sure it's obvious he observed some stuff, or at least he observed her crying or something, right? You had to know. Especially, I believe he the reason why she went on and sued him. I believe. I don't know. Wait, somebody say Kanye having parties too? I don't know, child. I wouldn't put it past he make his wife walk around butt naked every day. What is that? She walks around butt naked every day. If she ain't all the way naked, I think she'd be all the way naked. She might have on something so sheer you can see all of her body parts. If that ain't some pimpy, crazy stuff, right? I don't even know how anybody... Now, they say, what y'all say? They say once somebody, except for Reggie Miller. We don't even hear from Reggie Miller no more. Wasn't his name Reggie Miller? What was his name, the one she was with? The athlete Kim Kardashian was with. But they say everybody that get with him, they go crazy. Now, y'all want to know my theory on the Kardashians? So they're Armenian, right? Did I say that right? They're Armenian. And technically, now this is going to sound, what's the word I want to use? I don't know the word. Y'all will tell me the word. But they're gypsy-like people, right? And they believe in spells and different things, right? Now, this is just me talking. I don't know, right? But I'm just saying, if that is the case, that is the part of their culture. Am I right or am I wrong? Tabitha, tell me, help me out, Tabitha. He had on white to represent for Diddy, in my opinion. Oh, is that why he wore the white? Because he was in there looking like a painter. Is that why he wore the white? He's so crazy. He ain't letting his mama rest at all. Dada ain't resting at all. I think he talked her into suing, and he's getting his part. Is still talking to keep her off. I think he'll eventually use that against her. Oh, they're Albanian. Oh, I thought they was Armenian. Oh, that's different. That's different. Albanians are different, I think. Or are they the gypsy-like people too? Are they the gypsy-like people too? I don't know. I know they're Armenians. I hope he don't, because if he does, she might fall all apart. right? She might, what she need to do, now I don't know what she believe in, but what Cassie need to do is take it to the Lord. Just stay in constant prayer and establish a relationship. Not saying that she haven't, and establish a relationship with God. That's what she need to do, because she gonna need that. Because I'm sure she still have moments of something. I can't imagine going through all these things and you abusing me physically and verbally. Because the one girl said he got mad at her and threw a knife. Huh? What? Is you that crazy, Daddy? He would just do whatever. Like, you cannot be that crazy. But I guess he was, right? And that violent and that deranged. You know, where did that come from? That come from somewhere. She's already in part. She got pieces of her. I know that's right. Oh, you was thinking that's why he had on white too? It may be part of their culture because they wear well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna look into it. I'll get back with y'all tomorrow. Now tomorrow, y'all, I'm going to Chicago. You know, if you want anything done, you got to go to Chicago, right? So we going to Chicago tomorrow because I'm just going to hang out. Y'all know I'm just the third wheel. My daughter-in-law's getting her hair braided or something, so you got to go to Chicago. Ain't nobody doing that here. Got to go to Chicago, right? So I'm gonna just enjoy the sights and eat the food. Can't wait to get to Harold's. Now I was going. And I'm still going to Chicago anyway on Thursday for Juneteenth. I've never been in a Juneteenth celebration ever. Why? I don't know. But I'm going, maybe because of the pandemic. I don't know why I ain't never been. I don't know. I ain't got no excuse. But I'm going. Chicago is probably the blackest city in the Midwest. I'm going to Chicago. I've got my whole agenda planned. I'm going to the Black History Museum. They got some events going on. They got a lot of block parties going on. The first thing I do before I do anything is I'm going to Harold's Chicken. And one of my girls in Charlotte, she's from Chicago. I'm gonna call her tonight and find out where else I need to eat at. But I'm definitely going as soon as I get there. My GPS gonna say Harold's. Then I'm gonna start with my Juneteenth festivities. I'm going to okay. His name was wait. What you say? Cassie got 30 million. I think she has enough resources to recover. Yeah, she's diligent. Yeah, she named their first kid what? So he's still in her head. Is that what y'all saying? His name was Frank. Her child is Frankie. That is sick. Wait a minute. Let me read this one more time. She named their first kid one of Diddy's play date names. So is this a name that Diddy called himself while they was doing it, or somebody that she was with and Diddy was watching? Oh, she got Stockholm syndrome. I'm so happy. Yeah, I am. I'm starting to, Keisha. I'm starting to. But she did that years before the 30 million. How can her husband like that name? Maybe he didn't know where it derived from. Explain to me the play date. Is that somebody she was having sex with? Or that's what Diddy was calling himself when they was having sex? Either way, it's weird. What? Oh, he called himself Frank. Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to digest this. Hold on. Let me take a sip of water. Wait a minute. So he was Frank Black, and she named her. What? That means that she's still in love with Diddy? Wait, what's going on here? What is happening? You name your first child after the man that has been abusing you, and you got a husband that you with? What? He used those names as aliases at hotels. What? Listen, y'all. Y'all, you know, as women, we know men can do a number on us. We all know that. We probably didn't all, experience that. But not to that degree, maybe, but we've experienced that, right? Where you might do something stupid, but I ain't getting ready to name my kid after the man, whether it's an alias or not. Let's say he never did anything to her, but been a good man to her. I'm not naming my first child, and I'm with my husband after the man I was with before him. Ain't doing that. So he got to be a black guy, because a white guy, because black guys don't play that. Wow. Okay, 335. See you. Wow. Whew. Ooh. Child. This is deeper. I would like to have a conversation with Cassie. I don't even know how she's still in her right mind after all the things that she described. I don't know, because I remember that video before all this came out. There was a video. Might have been after the video of him chasing her down the hall and hitting on her. But there was a video around that time. It might have been in the same hotel room or whatever. And she was on the floor up under a pillow, up under a blanket or a sheet or something. And then he's like, come on, let's get up and go to the, let's get up and go walk on the beach or something he said. Like, you done just degraded me and beat me and humiliated me. Now you want to go act lovey-dovey? That's how crazy people do. My oldest son's father was like crazy like that. Crazy, just like that. What'd you say? He's not a good man, Savannah. Ooh, this is a lot. This is a lot to just listening to. That's why at first, y'all, I was like, I'm gonna just ignore the Diddy thing. But then I got to thinking, like, this is probably the trial of the century. This is probably the trial of the century. This is bigger than OJ. This is bigger than R. Kelly. This is a lot in black culture. This is a lot. Probably white culture too. This is a lot, right? Because Epstein didn't have a trial. He just went to jail. What happened with the Epstein? He didn't have a trial, did he? Or did he? Or we just didn't pay no attention? I don't remember. But it wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. This is horrible. Like when it first come out, I ain't want to believe it. I was gonna try not to pay no attention. Not Diddy, not dancing Diddy, the '90s icon. No, don't want to hear that. Don't believe it. Because Diddy don't give off thug. He don't give off gangster. He give off a totally opposite of that for me. Can someone tell Jane she doesn't need to pay $10K rent when she can use that money for a down payment? Yeah. See, just the fact, that's what I didn't understand. So let's talk about her. That's another reason why I wish I was in the courtroom, so I could see who she is and see her reactions and stuff. Wasn't she with somebody who was wealthy or had some money or was an athlete or something? See, what happens, them girls, they get with somebody and then they can't let go of the lifestyle, right? But if she had been smart and you doing all that with your body, why you didn't make that man buy you a house? I'm regular and you gonna get me one. Like, I don't understand that. Why you didn't? And she said she never worked, so she never did nothing but use her body. She never worked, she never did nothing. I think I remember that, right? So if that's what you're doing, if you're getting all the body fluids on you, you're gonna have to buy me a house, sir. At least at the minimum. I ain't talking about the down payment. I'm talking about buy it flat out. So I always have somewhere to live. I don't understand that. If he's found guilty, many others get. Yeah. Well, he's gonna be guilty. He's gonna be guilty. It's too much for him to not be guilty. And even though I understand that he got the best lawyers in town, they went to Harvard and Yale and everywhere else. But so I think this was Tisa saying it on one of them other ones, and maybe been Pam the Esquire, was saying that they know they may lose, but they setting up for an appeal. So that's why it's a lot of rhetoric and cross-examining and talk, and they clarify things so they can be ready for the appeal. That's what she said. What'd you say? Wait. And who the girl do OnlyFans? Wait a minute, hold on. Just a fact say, nah, you only get hotel nights and a few dinners. I'm gonna need a house. If I'm doing first of all, if you're doing all of that, you should have had, let me tell you what she should have had. She should have had her house paid for. She should have had her car paid for. Matter of fact, she should have had a car. I would have had paperwork, right? So as long as I'm doing this, I'm gonna be able to change out of cars. I need my car lease and I need that to be paid. However you write that up on the legal documents, right? I'm gonna need my house paid for flat out with, like Nick said, the deed is in my name and in my possession. But Diddy is so controlling, you probably can't get none of that. But that's what I would have needed to have, right? But because he get these girls with low self-esteem and needy and desperate, that's how you do. But I would have needed my house paid for, deed in my hand, a car paid for, and I would have needed him to set me up a business so I wouldn't have to depend on him. You ain't getting ready to pee on me forever. That ain't getting ready to happen, right? So I don't know what she was thinking. Hey, Zara. As if it was a white man and a black woman, abuse is abuse. That is true. And it's very difficult to find who did what it is. Very easy to go wrong in these matters, no matter who. That is true. She negotiated what she desired. I don't think he is innocent. No, he ain't. But see, what I don't understand is if you doing all this and you partaking in all of this, why not get paid? She did not know her worth because I don't need you to pay $10,000 of rent. Now, if my house note was, my mortgage was $10,000, I got a fabulous house. Okay, I don't even see the need. Like when I watch them girls on the Love and Hip Hop, not Love and Hip Hop, on the housewives shows, and most of them don't have a husband, and they get these mansions. Like, why do you need a mansion? I'm gonna get me a nice house on maybe an acre or two of land, a very, very nice house, very, very nice. I don't need a mansion. Why you need 8 bedrooms and 15 bathrooms? Why do you need that? You can hear echo. You can't even see the whole. I wouldn't need. You wouldn't need that. You would. Speaking of housewives, now y'all know Portia. Simon got deported back to Nigeria. Okay, Portia. The next day, she received her divorce settlement. They pay her. He used to pay her $40,000. Is it $40,000 a month? Some thousand. I forgot now. 40 so many thousand a month for 15 months. She gets to keep the Rolls Royce that he gifted her. And she gets to keep the house for so many months, 36, 37 months. And then she's going to have to refinance and buy him out at 50%. Now, this is the question I pose to y'all. Do you think that man going to pay her anything? And who's to enforce it? He's already gone. He in another country. And if I was in another country, I wouldn't do it. Do y'all think this man going to pay her anything? He's got to keep up her bills in that house. So you got to pay her bills too for a certain amount of time in the house. You got to pay the mortgage, pay the bills. Now, this was a house he had before her. Just off that, I know he pissed because this was my house before I married you. This was my house. Same house Portia walked in that backyard and act like she didn't know that man at the pool and buck fists with him, right? That's that house. Ain't no way. If I was Simon, I'm going to pay the upkeep to stay in the house that I had already and I done got deported. No way. No way. Call it what you want. I ain't doing it. Now, I know it could be just a legal matter. They have to do this legally and they have to say it. I don't believe he's going to pay her nothing. I don't believe he's going to pay her nothing. When Jay said I needed to gain my confidence back, so I went on. What? I went on OnlyFans. That's when I knew we've hit a new low as people. She said I needed to gain my confidence. So you thought if you just twirl around naked for the world to see, that would be cool. Feels like any attention is better than none. But yeah, so again, y'all, do y'all think that Simon Guabadia is going to pay Portia's bills at that house, pay the mortgage, pay her some money every month? Do y'all think he's going to do that? And he done been deported? I don't think he is. Now, legal on, she won in the court system, but I don't think he is. I just don't. Why would he? Who's to enforce it? If he don't, what's going to happen? Do they have access to his money? Are they holding his money? So that's a question. So if you're get deported, let's say you got money. Maybe he didn't have money in the States. Maybe he had his money across the seas. I don't know. But if you're in the camp that they're holding you in while you waiting on deportation, where's your money? Do the United States have control of your money? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Do the United States have control of your money? And who's going to enforce him to do all that? And I hope Portia don't think that that's getting ready to really happen. I don't hope she don't think she's won. First of all, might have been ill-gotten. The verdict is still out whether she knew him before or not. The girl was your acquaintance. She might not have been your friend, but she was your acquaintance. And you met him through her. Now, yeah, you said you went in the DMs and checked on him and whatever. but it's all cloudy right there, right? I hope you don't think that's a win, because I don't believe he's gonna do it. I heard what? Their money is not taken. Their money is not taken. Okay. Okay, their money's not taken. Okay, so now he got control of his money. He all the way across the seas in Nigeria. Do y'all think he gonna do all that with his money? No. He gonna get him 2-3 girlfriends over there. You know, African women don't care. That's their culture for you to do what you want. They men do what they want to do, right? And that's gonna be that. That's gonna be that. USA will have access to money if there is extraditing treaty between the. Oh wait, what you say now? Hold on, just the facts and gave me some information. U.S. will have access to your money if there is an extraditing treaty between the new country you are in and the USA. What? So do we have an extraditing treaty with Nigeria? Oh, wow. I don't believe he is going to win either, but I would like everything to be more transparent. What is happening exactly? Who is in it? Who does exactly what? That's what I would like to know too, Zara. I would like to know that too. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Did y'all see that? Speaking of the countries, I need some explanation on this. I saw it was either done yesterday or the day before or something that Trump, and let me see how I can explain this, how it happened. Something about these countries, a ban on these countries, and some of them countries is countries I plan on going to in Africa, right? So does that mean they can't come over here or we can't go over there? Somebody help me out. Because I saw that in one of the countries I want to say was Nigeria, or one of them countries that's on my list next year to go to. Yeah, so I need somebody to explain the ban to me. Like, does that mean they can't come over here? Because he included a lot of countries. I know Cameroon might have been one. He excluded a lot of countries. And I don't know if that meant we can't go over there, because I want to go over there, or they can't come over here. Because he's getting too much control, because I want to be able to go where I want to go. And if you go over there, we're going to be loud back in the country. Wouldn't that be something? And let me tell y'all something. I've got plans to go to Africa, visit 3 countries in Africa next year. Ghana. I want to go to Accra, Ghana. I want to go to Lagos, Nigeria, and I want to go to Kenya, Nairobi, right? Or Nairobi, Kenya, however it go, Nairobi, Kenya. I don't want what Trump doing to frighten me from, because COVID already frightened me. I know I'm just now moving around from COVID, right? I don't want to be, I'm getting older. I don't want to be stagnant because of somebody's crazy doings, right? So I need to find that out. You can go over there, but they won't be sent back if they are guilty. That is weird. But there are cases like that. Even if they are terribly guilty, they won't have to send them back to USA. Okay, there are many countries, as far as I know, that don't have extradition treaties. So people, if they travel there when guilty, can't be sent back to you. Okay. So we can go and we can come back. We ain't did nothing. We just regular people. We can go and we can come back. Okay, because I saw that yesterday, I think. Like, that man ain't put the pen down except for when he went to play golf. He just doing all type of shit, right? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Zara. Whoo, child. Y'all, like I said, anyway, tomorrow I'm going to Chicago. I don't know how long I'll be there, but I'm going to go live periodically. If I'm there for a long period of time and we eating and doing what we doing, I'm going to go live like that. I might not go regular live like this, but I'm going to just go live and let y'all see what I'm doing and doing, right? Because I don't know what the agenda. You know, I'm just hanging. I'm just happy to be here, right? Because ain't nothing to do here. I see the black man today, y'all. I see some men in church, but I don't look at men in church like that. You know, they probably put their wife. I see the black man today when I was riding through the parking lot. He looked at me and I looked at him, right? He probably was shocked to see me because I was sure enough shocked to see him. He looked like he's about my age too, but you little black man. I'm from Ghana. When you come to Ghana, come right. Don't bring the Western mentality out here because we will check you real quick. Oh, you from Ghana? I'm coming regular. Am I regular? Am I good enough to come over there to Ghana? I got some friends. They moved during the pandemic. My friend and his wife. But they living in the countryside, though. I don't want to be in the countryside. But he's at one with nature. But they sold all their stuff and moved to Ghana. They in Accra, I think, right now. Thank you, Zara. Thank you. But yeah, so I want to go. I've been watching videos. My friend, he's a subscriber, but he's my friend, Tony Africa. He lives in Nairobi, right? And then one of my friend's daughters just married a guy from somewhere. I can't remember where she married from. But I know 2 people in Africa, right? 2. So my plan is to go next year. I spoke to my travel agent about it. She's going to put it together. I don't know how much it's going to cost. It might not be next year because it might cost a lot. I might have to not go to the year after that. But I'm in the very near future, I'm going to Africa, to the continent of Africa, God willing, right? So y'all know I'm from Cleveland, right? Oh, I done froze. I done froze on here. Did I freeze on there? I don't know what happened. You gotta have I'm gonna have the time of my life. Love you too, Zara. Wait, why did it freeze up over here? Can y'all still see me? It done froze. It never fails. It never fails. I don't know what happened. It just never fails. The Wi-Fi just go out. Wi-Fi just went out. It just froze me. I don't know what happened, y'all. Every time I go live. I don't know. Oh, you can hear me? Y'all can hear me? I don't know what happened, y'all. I'm telling you, I can't. It's just the devil. I cannot get. Now, y'all know it did that when I was in Charlotte. I don't know. Now, I said, let me tell y'all this before I go. I was going to just do regular YouTube live instead of messing with StreamYard because I don't understand. Y'all can hear me. So I don't understand because when I go live regularly, like when I be going live, it don't do this. And it's got to be StreamYard. Now, when I was paying a big amount of money for it, it froze. I'm not paying that now, and it's still freezing. It's got to be StreamYard because I go live on YouTube. And the reason why I didn't go live tonight and last night is because I actually forgot how to do it. I know how to just hit live and go live, but there's some procedures when you want to be for a period of time, right? So I got to figure that out tonight because this is getting on my nerves, y'all. This is getting on my nerves. So anyway, I appreciate you guys, Zara. Y'all come back. When my Just the Facts come back, y'all come back. Like I said, tomorrow I might be traveling. I don't know, but I'm still gonna be going live. But the next big live will be Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. But I'm gonna go live tomorrow. So y'all join me. Y'all see, I don't know how to if they sent out the I don't know if they sent out the things. You'll definitely be back. Okay. All right, Jack Squad. First time? Okay, thank you. So love y'all, Jack Squad. So you part of the Jack Squad now, Just the Facts and Zara. Y'all part of the Jack Squad now. All right. So I'll see y'all because I don't know if y'all can hear me but can't see me. That's the craziest thing ever. See y'all. Good night. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye. It won't even let me close it out.